welcome to the podcast.
Hi,
My name's Bea,
and I'm Kaireen.
and we've been doing stuff.
We have been doing stuff. We have not been podcasting because we've been extremely busy.
How long's it been? Has it been a month?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a month.
Yeah, well, because we were at Channel the last time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. But we're here, and we've done things, and we want to show you the things that we've done, and some of them are, not, yarny things, which is kind of fun.
I think I'm all yarny things this time.
I have some not yarny things, and I'm excited about it. Anyways, we've got a beautiful Christmas tree. It is the festive season for us. So happy whatever you're celebrating. Happy festive season.
Absolutely. Happy holidays. Happy Diwali. Happy all of it. Happy Merry Christmas if you celebrate.
Happy New Year. You know.
Yeah. We won't be back before the New Year.
Definitely.
There's no way.
But that's okay. We're here now. So
Yeah, exactly.
what have you been working on?
A lot of stuff. Like three major things. If you were doing, I've been working on the Imagine Landscapes Christmas Dome.
Mhm.
So if you're doing the Christmas Dome, look away.
And you don't want spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm going to show you the spoilers for sure. Because
Mhm.
it's adorable. Okay.
I'm very.
So that's your warning. Have you left? You still have time to hit pause and run.
And then come back.
Yeah,
in a
come
few
back in a
minutes.
few minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him.
You guys.
Look at him. So the Imagine Landscapes
Can't hold him
Gnome
up.
Mystery Gnome Along, if you're not familiar with it, is
him.
like an Advent knit along,
Yeah.
which is so fun in December. What I love about it is that it is tiny little achievable bits of knitting.
Yes.
It is not like a Stephen West knit along where you're going to knit
Have-
full time
yeah,
and
yeah.
you can't keep up.
Yeah.
This is like I am on schedule. There's recipes. This morning's hint was one page of a little story, like with pictures. Like we're talking
Aw.
like 6 lines. I'm like I can handle that in
That's
December.
nice. Yeah, that's nice.
So there's always the gnomes. It's always a Christmas story. So the gnomes are panicked because there's no snow. And will Christmas happen with no snow?
Yeah, that's how it feels right now. We have zero snow, which for us is
It's
wild.
so strange.
Yeah.
So first we made the little snowman.
Oh,
His little carrot nose is looking
Oh,
a little squishy in his basket, but that's okay. And then I feel like I'm making it Barba Papa. I know that this is going to turn into a gnome. I should have pulled up the Barba Papa image. Kareen doesn't know what
I
it
don't
is.
know what Barbara Papa is.
It was a show from the 70s. There were like these amorphic gelatinous blobs like this, and they said lickety split Barba trick, and they could turn into anything.
Oh, fun.
So Barba Papa Mama would turn into stairs to get the kids up the hill. You know, it was
gotcha.
just So that's what this guy is.
So cute.
Yeah. So this guy will turn into a little gnome. We've got he's got his scarf is ready to go.
Cute. I do
Yeah.
love that it comes in little bits.
Yeah.
That you can kind of work on. And it's I remember making gnomes and really enjoying that portion of it. Yeah.
Exactly. And I love gnomes. I love toys.
Yeah.
You know, they're just so fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with them all. They all just kind of sit around.
Oh my god. but
Most
they're
of
so
them are still at the
stinking
Match
cute.
Factory.
The one in the backpack is still top
Yeah.
tier for me.
Yeah, and
So
that
cute.
was another one of the
Yeah.
Christmas knit-alongs.
Yeah.
I did sign up this year. I purchased the Loopy U Extra.
Oh,
It's
fun.
like an Advent
that goes
thing.
along with the gnome.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So it came in this cute little Delicue
Oh,
knitting bag,
cute.
which is lovely.
and
'cause-
it's got a nice little pocket in the back.
yeah,
here.
there's a
I've
nice
never
little
seen
pocket.
one.
There's a card in there, a gnome card that came with it.
That's
And there's
so
been cute little goodies like hot chocolate, and there's a grafting little keychain.
That's fun.
They're adorable. I need to quit buying these. I don't need all this stuff. I don't need a grafting keychain and more stitch markers. I have so much.
Yeah.
You know, after
Yeah.
years of having the store.
Yeah. And years of knitting,
Yeah,
right? There's only
exactly.
so many
Yeah.
things you can purchase.
Exactly. There's some adorable little theme
Buttons.
buttons, which they're adorable. I don't need more.
Yeah.
But it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's my little treat.
Yes, it's your treat
It's
to
my
yourself,
little
which is
December.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
so
all need that.
I've been cooking. It's called Snow Matter What this year.
It's no matter what.
Yeah.
That's so
Imagine
cute.
Landscapes. I highly recommend their stuff. Her stuff. The designer is fabulous.
Yeah, it's fun.
And they're so well written, and they have great support videos. If you're not sure which way this little scarfy thing flips, which I was a little vague on the description. I can knit it, no problem. But when you sew it together, you're like, how does that go?
Mhm.
Go look at the video. It's
all there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So nice.
And I always put weights
Yes.
in my toys. This
This
guy's
one's hefty.
I found a nice great big bolt out in the garage in the scrap bin. And like, and you know what I did?
That's mine.
It went in white, so I actually wrapped it in saran wrap before I stuffed
smart.
them in there.
Yeah.
Because it's an old rusty bolt, right?
Yeah. And they're kind of
Exactly. So it's wrapped in saran wrap in there.
Very smart.
So I've been working on that.
Nice.
Which is this basket. I'm like basket up right now.
Basket girl. I love it.
And then I've been doing socks.
So there are so many socks, you guys, in this basket.
It's been crazy.
Sock City.
So I have.
Oh my.
Well, I guess I should mention I finished these, which I showed in the last podcast. I think they're kind of the ugliest socks of all time.
But so fun.
They're all leftovers.
Scraptastic. I love it.
Lightsaber colorway and the yellow and the green are day glow. So if I ever have an
Black
opportunity to have my socks in black light, my toes will glow. But they're kind of fun.
They
so I
are.
finished those. So now I'll wear them now that I've shown them off.
I love them.
Yeah, they're socks. But I have knit. Okay, so this is the work sock pattern that I used to have at the store.
So
I made many. I had a great big bin of leftover vintage.
Oh my.
So these are all for Christmas.
So stinking cute.
I'm glad you think they're stinking cute because these are for Ollie and Ada. I hope they fit.
Oh my gosh. They're so cute.
The toddler size and the baby size. It's a very generic size. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
This is the toddler size.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So cute.
So, yeah. We were driving to Toronto.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, and I was knitting away on these.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I was knitting away on these, which will probably fit my brother. He loves the work socks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one done, and then I got the leg on a second one done, and the heel count was out. And like, have I screwed up? What happened? So I pulled out the heel, and then I counted my stitches, and I'd made the wrong size.
Oh.
Crap. So I made the lady's leg instead of the man's size leg. That adult medium, I always called the ladies. So then I stuck that on some hold, and then I cast on another sock, and I made the second adult sock, and ran out of the dark gray.
Oh, darn.
Because you're using scraps,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, I had to sacrifice the lady's leg to get enough gray to put the... I put a red toe on. The red is the Estelle worsted.
Oh, yeah.
And everything else is vintage.
Yeah.
Estelle worsted is not as nice.
Oh,
Sorry, John. I love Estelle. You guys are awesome. But the Estelle worsted is not as nice as the vintage.
And it's, I don't know, I found it a little bit, like, not thicker, but, like, something.
Something.
Yeah.
Puffier?
Yes, puffier.
Like airier?
Yeah.
And it pills badly. Like, remember that little sweater I made? The little gray one with the red and white sort of color blocking that ended up with you? It had a little kangaroo pouch.
Oh, yes. I love that sweater, but yeah, it
didn't hold up.
did not.
And this is from, like, an educated understanding how to look after a sweater, people.
Oh, yeah, we didn't, like, put it in any...
You didn't abuse it.
No.
It was all Estelle worsted, and very quickly became obvious that it does not hold up the way that vintage does. I have vintage socks that I knit years ago, and yeah, they're a little fuzzy, but they've held up beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yarn that you will have for a long time. Yeah. Like, it's a workhorse every time.
And what I love about it is that I use it all the time, so I save all my scraps.
Yeah, and you've got bits and bobs you can put together.
Exactly. I'm going to make myself a scrappy pair of these. Like about a 5-row stripe of every color. And
love that
don't
idea.
try to make them match. Except right now I'm just sick of knitting them.
I think that's fair.
I've knit a lot of them. So it's time to let them go for a little while. I'll put the bin away, and it will reappear, and I will make more worsted weight socks.
So cute.
I went looking last night. I thought that this pattern was published on Ravelry, and I can't find it. So maybe I need to publish this as a free pattern. It started off, it was inspired by another pattern. The if you're looking for the Canadian Living Family Socks.
Oh, yeah.
Is where I started, but then I changed things and... Yeah.
Modified.
Exactly. So it's been modified. I wouldn't want to sell it because it's heavily borrowed from another pattern. But, I mean, I've been using it for years. It's a great pattern.
Yeah. Well, and you've worked out all the kinks in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know your stitch count, clearly.
Exactly.
When you do your heel and you realize you're out stitches.
Yeah, and like, this just doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been knitting a lot of socks.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have not been knitting socks.
What have you been doing?
Oh, okay. Okay. I will give you guys first. Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
Do you need a stitch marker? I probably have 17.
No, it's okay. It's crochet. It doesn't matter if I lose a stitch or two. I can gain them back. So,
Look
here's
at
my
that.
progress update. I have corners on my circle now.
Your circle isn't square.
And my circle is a square. And I'm really happy with it. I went with like a bit darker in the corners.
Oh, I think it looks fabulous.
So this is my Sophie's Universe. Yeah. Love it.
And again, vintage.
Yeah. Universe?
Right, Mar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, it's Sophie's World. No, it's Sophie's Universe. Anyways, so that's what I've been working on. It's been a while since I've picked it up because I did not take it with me when we went traveling. Mostly because it's in a giant basket and it's really heavy. So I just kind of was like, I'm just going to set it aside. But we'll probably get back to it over the holiday season. Just like, it's such a nice project to work on in the quiet of the evening, you know, when I have a little bit of time. So, yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I don't know what that was.
Something crashed upstairs.
It's okay.
That's
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
I'm sure.
And then,
What else you
okay. This is both, I need a little bit of advice and what I've been working on. So, I made this shawl for my wedding. I got Orange Octopus yarns to dye me my own custom colorway, which was pretty exciting at the time.
It is.
And it's made with a little bit of cashmere.
Okay, I think we need to...
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right.
That's okay. Look at that.
It's a
and it's got like a little...
shawl.
Yeah. It's kind of just pops out. Was it just a rectangle?
Caplet, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
have you
little
ever seen
giant
these before?
rectangle.
It's just a rectangle.
You seam it together.
Seam it part way up on the short end,
Yeah.
and this becomes an armhole.
Yeah.
And you can pop them on over anything, like a wedding dress.
Yeah, like a wedding dress.
Yeah.
Except I don't pop it over anything because I don't have that many occasions in the summer to wear something like this.
Could you take that? Oh no, you did your trim afterwards. Could you take the seam out and this is a little baby blanket throw?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Except for you did your border goes over this seam, so you'd have an issue.
Okay, well, here.
Anyway.
No. I really like this idea. I like where we're going with this.
Okay.
Because I've run out of yarn.
Oh! You didn't say that.
Well,
That's okay. Some stuff we save for the podcast. We're having
Right?
this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna have this whole conversation for an hour and then turn on recorder. We can just have this conversation.
so that's why we've been withholding things from each other so that like it's like, oh. So this I started. Do you want to hold
Yeah.
this up?
Oh, it's horrible.
So I started this sproutlet dress. It's from Tannis Fiber Arts. Super stinking cute and really easy. Like it is like not I'm not finding it challenging. I enjoyed knitting it while I was traveling over the holidays.
Well, especially now because it looks like it would just be around and around.
Great.
If there are any increases?
No, nothing.
just
around and around.
Yeah, that is travel knitting.
Yeah. So there is a cute little, sorry, I'm going to hold this pattern up so you guys can see a cute little leaf detail at the bottom, but I kind of wanted no leaf detail and just the cute loops. There's some loops that are on the sleeve.
See
Do you wanna
the-
show them?
yeah.
You see this little lacy bit
On the sleeve, isn't that cute?
It's very cute. And I knew going into this that I was probably going to be short yarn, but I started anyways because, you know, I didn't know how short of yarn I was going to be. So either we can have a tiny little t-shirt, which I'm okay with a little detail at the bottom.
Just a little garter kind of, and then the...
Or
and then
just,
the,
I think I'm just going to do these
no
little,
garter, just straight into this.
Yeah.
And this is
the little
crocheted on?
loops. No. It's knit.
Oh, it is. Cool.
It
looks like a little... Yeah.
super easy too.
Nice.
So,
Or...
the non-functional shawl that I don't wear could get turned into something useful.
If you took the border off of this...
Yeah.
Because the border becomes an issue if you want to open that up. If you took that border off,
Yeah.
how far would that get you?
Oh,
in
probably
this? Another inch or two.
at least, yeah.
Because, like, okay, we got, like, the little width of the little dress is like this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 more inches.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
significant.
That's pretty good. That would get me at least it looking more like a dress.
Because honestly, when I held this up and I'm like, it's just a rectangle, and then you said you don't use it, I'm like, looks like a fabulous little baby blanket.
Yeah, and do like a little I-cord edge on it or something.
Yeah.
In different color
You
if
could
I want it.
crochet something on.
Yeah,
Yeah. To give it a little
I
nod.
love that idea.
And then you're going to take your wedding shawl and turn it into something that you get to
Oh.
use every day. There we go. Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. I love it.
And you
I love
get
it.
6 more inches on your dress. And you
Yeah.
have a little bit of yarn left.
I do. I think I have, this is about enough to do the outside
border.
edge. Yeah.
That's why you stopped there.
Yeah,
and
that's
kinda
why I
like,
stopped, and then I
"Aw."
was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I love that idea.
I really like that idea. Because at least it's something useful. And then I could pass it on as like was both my wedding shawl and a blanket now that can be used for a baby, which I think is like, hold on, sentimental.
Absolutely.
That's something you keep for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that idea.
Done and
There we
dusted.
go.
Love the
Just
brainstorm.
Find your end and pull her out. You can
Okay.
knit it straight onto there.
That's a good idea. Oh my god. She's
I do that all the
brilliant.
time. Well, that's what I did with the socks, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, I knit straight from this sock to that.
This is why we keep it around.
This is why we do this.
Yeah, this is why we get together. You know,
Absolutely.
this kind of brainstorming, you guys have now seen it live
Live. This is
in
what we
camera.
do.
This is our conversations, and I just feel always so lucky that I have you in my life to
We figure it out.
Yeah.
And usually we're doing it by text message.
Yeah,
Here's
that's
a
true.
picture.
Yeah.
I have this. This is what's left.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
I actually have done that with these gnomes. I didn't buy a yarn kit for the gnomes.
Right.
I have this giant bag. I've separated my scraps by weight. All I keep is the sock yarn and the vintage. That is it. Everything else goes. So I went through the sock yarn scraps and I just found colors that suited what they were doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough of this. I didn't check to see how much there was. I'm just like, oh, that looks like lots. Let's go.
Yeah.
So
Maybe he'll have a different colored butt.
yeah, I think he's going to end up with, I will finish.
Yeah, whatever you got left.
This is what
color
I've got
is that?
left.
What is that? Because that looks like something I might have in my stash.
This was a mini set, a Rainbow Pride mini set that I bought
Okay.
years ago.
And
it
but
was
I probably
like
have a color very similar.
the prettiest rainbow though, because it was these clear, I don't know what you call these, like it's lighter than the primaries,
Right. You like
but in slightly tonal. It was like
yeah,
the
it's
prettiest
pretty.
little.
Very pretty.
I have a pair of socks, those crazy stripy socks made out of it. Used all the minis, so I don't know what they even started as. They say, I thought they were big minis. They look like big minis.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of yarn left over if you use
Yeah.
them.
And they're pretty little, right? So I'm going to just make, like, I'm sure that tomorrow's hint will be decreasing in for the bottom.
Oh.
And we'll have to stuff them. So I will knit all of this,
Yeah.
and then maybe
Maybe
you'll
have
end up
a
with a little
little-
contrast circle in there.
That's okay.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should measure our yarn before we're like, I'm going to use it.
I did. There were 61 grams.
You
Apparently
know this.
61 grams is not enough to finish a dress.
I do not even have a scale in my house right now to do.
my
I
God.
need to go buy one because I miss it so much.
I love having a scale, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, I also use it for kitchen related items, but like just having a kitchen scale for me is like an essential.
See, I have like a
Item.
kitchen scale, but it's like it's not
Oh,
electronic. Like it's a
it's a
big
weight scale.
chunky weight
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work when you have like, do I have 4 more grams of yarn? No, it's not that subtle. And
No,
you
we
one
need
that's
an
electronic.
accurate digital read.
Yeah. If you don't have one of those, go get one.
I'm like, they're $20 at Walmart. I highly recommend having one. Personally, for me, I use it for both baking and for knitting because, you know.
Why I have 2 in the house?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's not enough house for that.
No. But honestly, functional, super easy, and it really gives you an accurate representation. You knit around and you find out, okay, I used 1 gram per round, or I used a half, whatever.
Yeah.
It's quite helpful to be able to.
Oh, it's so valuable. Divide your sock yarn in half.
Exactly.
You know, even when I do the crazy scrappy ones, if I want to match them, I'll be like, okay, I need to use 4 grams of this.
Yeah.
And then the other 4 grams for the other foot, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Highly
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to talk about your other thing?
My other giant thing over here?
I think
Sure.
we've made enough room.
Okay, I'm going to put my coffee over with your stuff. Okay, so, Kaireen is a really good friend.
I don't know about.
As you all know, if you've been following along with it, I used to have a yarn store, and I was really spoiled and could get whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. And now I have to shop for yarn, and it sucks. So I went into the Match Factory, and she didn't have the stuff that, remember we were talking about this blanket that I wanted to make? This is the winter waft blanket. Which is lovely. It's a crochet blanket.
Can I hold it up nice and close?
Sure. The suitcase is a little musty, but that's okay.
This is the winter walk blanket.
Beautiful. But I am not making it in the Stylecraft DK, which is an acrylic DK weight yarn, because I don't like DK. Well, no,
She
I
doesn't
like
like working in that weight.
Yeah, I love to crochet with fingering weight yarns.
Yeah.
So, I decided to switch this pattern over and do it in a fingering weight instead of a queen size blanket, I will end up with Afghan to baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. I want to make it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So Kaireen, one day when we were sitting around chatting, which is
Okay.
another whole story.
It's a whole story, but
Kaireen got stuck waiting for a rescue with the farm dog at the vet's. I coincidentally was there with my cat and ran into poor Kaireen having a bad day.
it was just like a bad moment, and I
Yeah.
really needed a friend to just sit with me, and so we sat in the back of the truck and just waited for a farm dog who wouldn't get in the truck and a farmer to come lift the dog into the
Yeah,
truck.
because he was too big. I didn't want to be lifted by strangers.
Yeah.
So, while we were sitting there, I'm like, I want to make this blanket, but I hate shopping for yarn. She's like, well,
She doesn't want to have to figure out all the colors.
whoop, yeah.
Because there's a lot of colors.
There's a lot
to
of
this
colors.
blanket. Yeah.
Yeah, like here's the color chart,
Yeah,
which is
a lot.
kind of crazy.
It's
right?
a lot. Like, there's a lot. Yeah.
And I didn't want to make it in this yarn, and nothing translates straight over.
Mhm.
And I wanted a sock yarn, so it's durable. I did not want merino. Superwash is okay if it's not merino, but merino sock yarn I find
Yep.
so stretchy.
Yep.
It ends up just bagging out. I
Yep.
didn't want to do that.
Yep.
So Kaireen said, I love doing that stuff. I'll shop for you.
I was a personal shopper.
She just did all of this for me.
That?
Look at these colors. Look at this.
Oh, it's gorgeous. The palette is gorgeous. Is this
Absolutely.
part of
Yeah,
this?
this is the. I had to replace a couple colors because totally not your fault. But
It's
when
hard to.
you get things in real life, this looked like a
Oh.
rich kind of gold, and it's not. It's a
like
very soft yellow.
butter yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine. It'll be something else.
Yeah.
So I got all of this beautiful yarn. Kaireen did all of the shopping. There was some text messages back and forth. This all came from the True North Yarn Company out of Barrie.
They were great to deal
Lovely
with.
people.
So awesome. Super
Absolutely.
happy to be able to support a Northern Ontario yarn store. Like, that was
Absolutely.
great. If we consider Barrie Northern Ontario, but you know.
I will include them.
Yeah.
So this is the Sanday's Garn Sisu Superwash.
Yeah.
It is 80% wool, 20% nylon. It is a superwash, so I can wash it, but it's not.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's nice, right?
I never touched the yarn in person. It's hard to do that.
It's
and,
hard to buy stuff not being able to
Yeah.
soft and squish. I would rather shop in person anytime,
Totally.
but sometimes you just can't, right?
Yeah.
So it's washable, 40 degrees.
They're 50-gram balls.
Yeah.
Which actually made a big difference in terms of the pattern, because we basically substituted 1-for-1 in this pattern. Because this is a DK weight, we just substituted ball for ball, basically.
Yeah.
And so by doing it, we did it based on gram weight versus like yardage weight. And so we don't know. She probably will end up with a ton of leftover yarn, but you never know. So
You know what I'm seeing here though is a what is it? A Prince Charles vest
Ooh.
sweater. You know
Yeah.
those traditional 1950s
Yeah.
British.
Yeah.
Oh, like all of these extra colors. Like so, I will wear my blanket.
yes.
So I did have to go on afterwards. You were out of town. I found the Galt House of Yarn, which I think is in Cambridge.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yes. I remember looking at them. They didn't have all the colors. But they had
Exactly.
some colors, yeah.
But they had this khaki green.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice green.
That is a nice
deep
green.
green.
This is the green we bought
Not
originally,
quite
which is
what
much
we're-
more of a leaf green.
And it looks kind of limey on here. It is not. It's like yellowy green.
Yeah,
Kind of like a
so
mustardy.
which is a really dominant color in the blanket. So I'm
Yeah.
like everything
So
else
you're
I could
swapping out this for this, or
No,
you're
I'm
not
swapping-
using this?
I'm not using this limey green. I'm using
Dark
the
green
khaki
is in.
green. And then I am going to use this as the
Butter or the
camel.
Camel.
This will be camel,
Mm-hmm. I
but
think that's
then
a better camel.
this will be the gingerbread.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Which is more gingerbread than this. This
Yeah.
will fill in the camel nicely. This will switch over into the
And
gingerbread.
then this and this are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I got another gray.
Yeah.
I think I needed another gray when I
We were
Went
when we
through.
ordered. There was a few, like one that was like unavailable, and I couldn't. It didn't tell me which one was unavailable, and so it just like it was either one or two balls. So
Yeah.
alas, it seems that we. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
my.
pretty.
And then I got a dark brown. Why did I get the dark brown? This
Well,
was
there's
this was like a month ago. So and I haven't on even. I put it in the suitcase. I'm like I'm netting socks until Christmas. This is my like new cast on for the year.
Yes, I think there's a dark brown and a slightly lighter brown.
Yeah.
And a light brown.
What
There's
is
a
it
light
called?
brown, dark brown,
Walnut and dark brown.
and then mocha. Yeah, this is mocha.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these will be walnut and one of these will be dark brown. They're almost identical. Probably on camera you can't tell that these are two separate colors. Yeah.
You can.
This has been an adventure.
It has. It has.
I did one square.
Oh my god, it's so stinking cute.
That's where it's going to end up.
Look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys.
I love
the texture is great.
Yeah, the texture is great. My concern is it too holy? Is it going to stretch? You know when you make a really open
firm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I
don't think it's yeah, I think you should. But like it feels like dense. Like it doesn't
right? We all do. Yeah, this is what we do, right?
Is it, or is it just what the crazies do? I don't know.
We are dedicated, not crazy.
Invested.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's the right density. I don't think I would go. Well, I would try it. I mean, you could try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that just to try. Yeah. But so that they don't actually give dimensions of the gauge of what the size squares would be. So this is one of these central squares. So proportion-wise, am I half the size? I have no clue. I am totally guessing based on the image.
It's you know what? This is going to be a fun adventure.
Absolutely. And you know what? At the end of it, if I end up with a baby blanket out of this, I will still be thrilled.
Yeah.
It'll be
beautiful.
Yeah. If it ends up being a Afghan size, put it on the couch size, that's also, I don't want another queen size.
Yeah, well, you have a huge blanket.
Yeah, I've got a queen size sock yarn crochet blanket. I don't need another one.
Yeah.
But they're so fun to make.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. I think it's gorgeous.
Thank you. I think it's gorgeous too. You did a great job. I'm a personal shopper. I could have a personal shopper for everything. Idalia is awesome.
I would happily do it. Honestly, I love doing the kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I have enough yarn here to make the blanket comfortably. And like I said, I'm pulling the couple colors. I still love them, and there'll be leftovers. I can make something else with them.
Yeah, you're gonna make an amazing something else.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be gorgeous.
I think you'll have to really save your ball bands. This one is this one is this, because you're gonna. The pattern is super specific based on color. That's why we really had to match to the pattern. Yeah, because it's like you use this color, and this color to make this square, right? So
yeah, and I've never worked like that before. It's
intense.
Yeah, very specific.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right?
Let's just show. Can I?
Yeah, you don't want to give it to it for the pattern, but yeah, absolutely.
This is the center squares, and these are all the colors that you use.
So I'm supposed to form
a square.
Like the chart gives you make one out of this, out of this, out of this.
Yeah.
I think it would be really difficult with a pattern like this to make up your own colors.
Yeah.
If you took this
You're not substituting.
Yeah, yeah. It could be done, but it would be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I found this to be, you can see, I was stapling color scraps and numbers to try to keep track. They show it actually on, what are these, clothespins? A little bit of the yarn wrapped around a clothespin and the color name and number written down.
I think that's a good idea.
Well, I think I'm going to do it.
And so Bea has, in her suitcase, she's got these little clothing protector things. I think that's a great idea.
And honestly, the suitcase is the only way that I'm going to be able to keep this together, and it's going to be months in the making. Yeah. Maybe I can keep the Steve hair out of it. Yeah. Maybe.
Close the lid when we're done.
Exactly. I can have this beside my chair, pop it open, work for the evening, close it when I go to bed, and then there won't be a cat sleeping in it, or... Yeah.
That's a great idea.
But I'm pretty happy with that.
You should be. It's beautiful.
And I also already ditched how she does a granny square, because I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Of course. This is why we follow patterns, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, this is about 25 pages, just inspiration, and I'm going to riff off that. Why would you make your granny squares not working from the right side in the round? She does a section, and then she flips it, and then does it from the wrong side, and then flips it. She switches direction, kind of like knitting.
So that it's not, wonky?
I don't know.
It looks beautiful. You're doing a great job. I wouldn't be concerned.
Yeah, I can do granny squares in my sleep. So I'm just going to go with the way that I do them in my sleep. Because if I try to do something else, it won't go well.
No.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
And then you're going to be like, did I do it that way? Or am I doing it my way? what way am I doing it?
Yeah,
And then
I'm
you're
just
gonna-
doing it the way I do granny
Yeah.
squares and
That's a good idea.
making it happen.
Yeah.
So that is my January epic project.
I love it.
This
is our new start January.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
As much as it's on the go, it's not really started. It's still, there were decisions still being made at this point.
Mhm.
So, yeah, this is what I'm doing in January.
I love it. Okay, last thing.
Yeah, what do you got going on?
Okay, so my dad, I was home. This is why it took us so long to podcast. I was home in Kingston. That's where I grew up. And this, like, shade company, lampshade company, is outside of Kingston. They don't make these lampshades anymore. Anyways, my dad gifted me this one, but the top of it needed some repair. So the bottom is made, I honestly don't know what it is at the bottom, like a raffia kind of situation, but I fixed the top of it. So I came home and I was like, we stopped at Michael's, because it's like kind of a unique thing that you might need.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought some waxed linen thread to make fix the top of the lampshade. Anyway, so I now have like 3 of them, and my mom is now on the search for more of them because, I need more lamps
You're
for
on
my
a
life.
trend. Absolutely.
Anyway, so we are currently in my basement. We are redoing the basement, and I'm decorating the basement in very like warm, inviting colors because it's cool down in a basement.
Yeah, and you can see what's going on. The lovely creamy kind of white, and the
Rusticy
beams
beams.
in the ceiling, and you can just see the door over here, is sort of like a
Yeah.
pine.
Yeah.
Is it pine walnut?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. It's
Light
a nice
colored
light
wood.
wood.
Anyway,
Very Scandinavian.
yes.
The whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a really funky couch that you can't see. Maybe one day we'll podcast from the couch. But anyways, the lampshades are kind of like a finishing touch in the space. So I'm just kind of putting them together. I think this one will end up on a like potted base, like a cream colored pottery base. But I had a wood base and it's too big and it doesn't look
Doesn't
right.
really
So
work.
we're gonna find a new lampshade for that one.
These are really cool, though. I love it.
Yeah.
Like they're real flowers. that
Yeah,
have
they're
been
real
pressed
flowers,
in there.
pressed flowers.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful.
Really. Like, when would this been made?
I think like they were in operation in the 70s,
Yeah.
70s and 80s kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's older.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Very cool. Nice repair job.
Thank you.
Have you seen, like, in the zeitgeist of, like, the Instagram world and everything, people making these lampshades, but the Gothic Victorian ones with all
Oh.
the fabric?
No.
They are works of art.
Ooh.
Like, they're amazing.
Yes.
Because they're all fabric and they're all hand sewn. I'm
Yeah.
like, I look at them all the time and go, wow. No, I would never.
No.
Like, no.
Wow.
I will appreciate that other people have been making
Exactly.
this.
I had always wanted these, but wasn't willing to make them. So now they're in my life, and that's really exciting. So, yeah.
They will be beautiful down here.
Yeah.
Nice, warm.
Exactly. And
Warm
it
light
really
bulb.
warms the space, which that's the goal.
It'll be perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Should we sign off?
Yeah, that's a long one.
It is a very long one. It's a
That's
big
long
update,
for
guys.
us. Absolutely. We haven't been together for a month.
Yeah.
It's been
It's
busy.
nice. It's nice to see you guys again. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Happy holidays.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas.